Hello, welcome back to Papa-Norr Storytime. I would like to say a very big thank you to all those who have subscribed to the channel, liked it, and shared it. Thank you very much. If you're new to this channel, I would like to encourage you and urge you, please subscribe, click on the notification button, like it, and share it. Today I'll be reading another book to you, and the title of the book is A Saint in Brown Sandals. A Saint in Brown Sandals by Elizabeth Irene Beatty. And today, this book and all the other books are read with the kind permission of the author. So this book is read with the kind permission of the author. The title of the book again is A Saint in Brown Sandals. Let's get into the story. A Saint in Brown Sandals. This book is quite interesting because it's written in a diary form. So the young lady who went to high school has written her daily inputs. She has written it in a diary form. So we'll read the book in a diary form exactly as she has captured her daily events. My diary. I got my usual schoolgirl's diary from Daddy. This one is so pretty with a real leather cover. It has spaces for personal details, which I think I should fill in case it gets lost. Name, age, and school. Name, Irabna Ansa. Everyone calls me Rabbi because that's what I used to call myself when I was a baby. Age, 11. But I'm so tall, people often think I'm older than this. School, St. Catherine's Junior School, run by a strict bunch of nuns with lots of interesting kids. Oh, nuns, let's see. Week 1, Tuesday, January 5th. For me, the best thing about going back to school after a break is seeing old friends again and talking about what you did over the holidays. Some kids make things up, but that all adds to the fun. The worst thing about going back to school is standing at assembly, listening to the headmistress droning on about the same old topics: discipline, manners, litter. Discipline, manners, litter. Boring. Most of the kids in St. Catherine's certainly know better than to throw a biscuit wrapper on the playing fields, or forget to do their homework, or do something silly like answer back to a teacher. No. We often wish the headmistress would talk about something else at assembly. Thank heavens, this morning, for a change, our headmistress, Sister Sophia Carmen, had something interesting to tell us. Our school is going to be on TV. St. Catherine's has been chosen as one of the best primary schools in Accra. And in a few weeks from now, some VIPs, very important persons from a TV station, will be coming here to do a TV program about our school. It's going to be a big affair. Even the Minister of Education will be here. Wow. Sister Sophia Carmen said this was our chance to show the whole nation that the children of St. Catherine's were VIPs too. Very intelligent pupils. Nobody laughed when she said this. We are not used to Sister Sophia making wisecracks. Wednesday. St. Catherine's has a very silly rule. At the beginning of every new term, our seating arrangements in the classroom are all changed. Mama explained to me that the school does this to stop children from forming cliques in the classroom. I looked up the word clique in the dictionary. Clearly, the school is failing dismally. There are lots of cliques in St. Catherine's. For example, I'm sitting next to the prettiest girl in class 6, Maybelline. She's really the prettiest girl in class 6. Every term, she turns up with a new pair of shoes. Every term. This term, she's wearing bright red shoes. The kids all think she's cool, and our teacher, Mrs. Mensa, loves her. Ooh, okay. In fact, everybody thinks I'm lucky to be sitting next to her. But she hardly spoke to me the whole day, and that's because I'm not in her clique. Thursday. I tried a few things to strike up a conversation with Maybelline today, but I kept getting a monosyllabic murmurs in return. She doesn't seem at all interested in being friendly to me. She only speaks to me when she wants to pass notes across to her two friends, Pokia and Akos. Everyone may think she's pretty and cool. I just think she's stuck up. I would rather have been sitting beside someone more ordinary, an ordinary girl who wears brown shoes, not red shoes with 2-inch wet heels. Last term, I sat next to Mortimer and we got on so well. We like the same things and we're both in the same athletics club too. It's been just 2 days since term started, but I miss sitting next to Mortimer so much. Friday. One of the best things about St. Catherine's is our range of activity clubs. Each term, we choose a club from this list. Here's the list: athletics, track and team, ball games, carpentry, choir, cookery, cultural dancing, cultural drumming, drama, fine art, needlework, photography, raffia weaving, sculpture, wildlife, and writers, poets club. Each term, you can choose to remain in the same club or switch over to a new one. The athletics club in St. Catherine's is amazing and has been nicknamed the Saints. The Saints usually come first when there are athletics meets with other clubs. We've got an athletics meet with 3 other schools later this term, and I can't wait. I've been in the Saints for 2 years now, and I was on the winning 4x100 relay team on Sports Day last term. Running is my absolute favorite outdoor activity. Saturday, my little brother Jojo was invited to a birthday party for a girl in his nursery class, and I had to go too to look after him. Watching 3-year-olds stuffing fried plantain up their noses and pouring orange juice into their pockets is not the way I would have chosen to spend the day. I wore an old t-shirt and a skirt, figuring there was no need to dress up for a 3-year-old's birthday party. How was I to know that the birthday girl was Maybelline's cousin and that she would be there too, with Pokua and Akos? All 3 of them were dressed alike in sparkling pink lycra tops and hipster jeans. I suddenly felt so scruffy in what I was wearing. They looked over and saw me, but didn't even wave. Hmm. Week 2, Monday, January 11th. At St. Catherine's, we've always been asked to choose whatever activity we want. But things are different this term. Sister Essie was at assembly today to talk to us about choosing club activities. As well as classwork, all club activities will be featured in the TV program. Remember, every child is representing St. Catherine's in his or her own way. And so, we must all put up our best foot forward, she said. Later this month, when the time comes to join the club, please select an activity at which you excel. Do not opt for the choir if you sing like a cat with laryngitis. Nobody laughed at this. We're just not used to saying Sister Sophia Carmen trying to be funny. P.S. Do funny nuns exist? I mean, like Maria in The Sound of Music? I suppose that was just a film. A typical nun does not romp merrily with children bursting into song on the slightest whim, at least not the ones that I know. Tuesday, Maybelline always gets into class early enough, probably to make sure she can grab Mrs. Mensah's baskets as soon as she gets into the classroom. This makes the rest of us look badly brought up or lazy or both. Maybelline's braids are always neat, and the clips in her hair always match her socks. Pink clips with pink socks, blue bobbies with blue socks, white bands with white socks. Ooh, Maybelline, I see. And never any stray hair or fuzz up the lines between her braids. She keeps her desktop tidy, apart from a pink plastic pencil case placed exactly in the center. Today, after a day of being ignored, I thought of pushing her silly pink pencil case off the desk and stepping on it hard. Sister Sophia Carmen would make me write a million times if she could read my wicked thoughts. Wednesday. I was quite happy sitting next to Mortimer last term. Mortimer is my good friend. We won a scholarship at St. Catherine's from her village, and you can tell she comes from a village from the way she pronounces some words. She mixes her I's, her L's, and her R's and says thanks instead of thanks, and this instead of this, and that instead of that. Let me take that again. She mixes her L's and R's and says thanks instead of thanks, and this instead of this, and that instead of that. Nobody laughs at her English because she's so friendly, and besides, she's quite strong, and you wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of her. But she's really clever. That's how we got to the scholarships. And she's a saint too. She runs faster than a J twins, and that's saying a lot because they're really fast. Like the other scholarship kids, during the term, she lives in a dormitory inside the convent. Most scholarship kids come from far off towns and villages. Mortimer comes from Techiman, which is extremely far away. So some Saturdays, Mama asked the nuns permission to send her spend the day with us. Mortimer has asked me to come and visit her in Techiman over the holidays. Apparently, there's a huge yam market there. Unfortunately, a market is not enough of a reason to make me want to travel all the way up there. But because I don't want to hurt her feelings, I said, maybe. Thursday. When you're rich, pretty, and cool, people will do anything for you. Today, whilst Maybelline was telling the girls in the clique all about her Christmas break, she went to London. A chicken snatched her sandwich from her lunchbox. At least 10 children dived after the chicken. 10. I can think of more than two people who would have chased a thieving fowl to rescue a sandwich from me. Someone brought it back. Very sorry, looking by now. Of course, dainty Miss Madeline wouldn't touch it after a chicken had grabbed it in its beak. Friday. Mortimer and a couple of other girls agreed with me that Maybelline is really popular, but we can't understand why she's only really nice to the teachers and other kids who are as rich as she is. Yesterday, lots of kids tried to get on her good side by offering her part or all of their snacks. Apparently, when our class teacher, Mrs. Mensah, heard what had happened, she gave her a meat pie and coke from the staff room. All that helping teacher with her basket stuff does seem to have its advantages. I know if a chicken had run off with my snack, I'd have to live off the charity of my friends or staff or not feasting on the staff room. Saturday. Mama has sacked the house girl for coming back late from her day off, so I'm stuck with the washing up. I bet Maybelline doesn't have to do or lay tables at home, much less wash up. It's dreadful, the amount of housework I'm expected to do at home. Sunday, Mama has gone on her monthly hospital charity visits with her church members, and Daddy had a couple of relatives over for lunch. I had to cook omotuo to go with palm soup that Mama had made. Why couldn't Daddy have a had why couldn't Daddy have had a less difficult and demanding meal now that we have no house help? I thought back to the chicken and Maybelline sandwich. Fancy all those kids tumbling over each other like that was just a silly sandwich. I know I sound jealous, but who would have ever run after a chicken for me? So that was the first 2 weeks of entry in her diary. At the next reading, we will enter into the diary into week 3, week 4, and then we will continue till we get to the last week, week 11. Do you have a diary? Do you make entries of your everyday activities? Why don't you buy a diary and make entries for yourself and know what is happening in your life on a daily basis? Thank you very much. If you're new to this channel, one more time, I'd like to encourage you to subscribe to the channel, click on the notification button, like it, share it. Thank you very much. See you on the other side of the next reading. Tata.